Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I was due in Nashville, Tennessee. As you can tell, the leaves are suspended in the sky, but they are fallen. If you look straight up, they will strike you in the eye. Never look directly upward when you are below a tree that has been cut down. It will probably smash through your eye. I don't know, probably crushing your bones. So your head bones, your leg bones, none of the bones that you need would be uncrushed. I do not recommend that. So, avoiding these trees for right now. Why are these trees gone? Well, I decided that maybe I should use them to fuel the engine of my ingenuity and get these chests laid out so I can figure out how big exactly these buildings have to be. I thought, oh, I'll put in these floor plans and then I'll build the chests and then it'll be great. Wrong. I was wrong. You cannot put in the chest second when you're planning a supply. You need to figure out where the chests go first and then add your walls. So, I'm kind of thinking maybe this building and that building, or that building and this building, should share a wall, you know? Like, I might have, so this part will be 2-story, and might even be made to something else, but it'd be like a townhouse almost. We don't need windows on either side, because we're going to have chests. Now, that gets rid of this alley, and I liked this alley. I thought it would be a good ally in my war on not being able to walk places. So, that's a little non-plus-idential. But, you know what? Sometimes you gotta make a little bit of sacrifice. Really, though, I guess I could just have, like, a hyper-narrow alley. Like, if I put the walls here, and then just had, like, a single, I could have, like, a little fence post gateway thing there. That could work. So, this is kind of coming together, especially if I also move these chests over here like so. Now, that'll work. That'll work. So, boom. We've got a rough layout for our stone supply. We're going to need a ton of stones if we're going to build a big house or a big castle or big walls. Got to always think about where you're going to put this stuff, stage it in advance. The garden supply thing. Well, I want to have that climb up to this second level where we'll have our second garden. So, not only do I want chests here, but I'm also going to need stairs. So, we'll go ahead and put the chests here, but have the stairs kind of coming up this way. This is not the final stairs. The final stairs will be some sort of manufactured, carpented, I don't know, beautiful thing. I don't know. But so then that leads us up here to our second tier of garden. I might even extend this back a little further bit. Just kind of wipe out some of this natural cliff here and turn it into a man-made garden. Nothing like an unnatural garden for growing all your unnatural fruits and vegetables. So I could even have this withdraw deeper and deeper into this valley, this naturally formed shape that cast by the terrain generation. Notch himself struck this down through mathematical efforts that he would never see the result of. You know, he could build a module with an algorithm in it that could shape 1,000 worlds, 1,000,000 worlds, 1,000,000,000,000 worlds. But he will never see them all. There are stars beyond number, and there are Minecraft seeds beyond stars. Seriously, if you go past those stars, you'll find a Minecraft seed. Like, on a long enough timeline, anyone will, because they're all integers, basically. And there's a lot of integers out there. Big numbers, little numbers, negative, positive, you'd be surprised. Anyway, where was I? We are going to go back here and turn night into day so we can continue our process. Time skip! Some additional building materials up here somewhere, I think. Now, we gotta be careful for creepers, because they will still be out and about. They don't burn down like the zombies do. Here we go, andesite. Andesite will lay the foundation of my empire. My entire empire. It will aspire. It will be beyond patches. It will be beyond briars. So take that, Brer Rabbit. You can take that and have it, because I got all I need. I don't have a place in my heart for greed. So we're just gonna play, we're just gonna proceed. Once I find my beat. Root soup. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Place blocks. There we go. Anyway, so where was I? I like to have my normal Minecraft storage mechanism would be that I would put blocks on the floor in front of whatever chest I was storing things in to indicate what was in it. So, for example, if we head over here, like, which one's our lumber supply, right? This one's the lumber supply. If I said, okay, I know I want to put spruce wood in here, what I would do is I would save 2 blocks of spruce wood to go in front of it, so I could even, you know what was in there just from looking at it, rather than using signs or item frames. But I want to do that not only directly in front of the chests. So, for example, this one right here might be like bricks. Boom. So we could put our bricks in there. But I want to do that with the buildings as well. I want the stone supply building to feel like it is made of stone. I want the garden center building, I might use thatch or elements that are from gardening stuff. Might use cool water pillars or soil or something. I don't know. I haven't figured it out. So the lumber build would be made of lumber. Tool and armor building, I don't know. I'm just going to make something up. Something that looks cool. Maybe metal. Oh, wait. I've got a metal supply over here. That building will have, like, metal in it. Redstone supply would have redstone parts, like dispensers in the walls. Anyway, so what were we going to do? We were going to grab a little bit of stone. We were going to play like Kevin in Home Alone and build ourselves a nightmare house. People see a house made out of cobble and they go, that is the stuff of nightmares. And I ask, aren't your nightmares just my dreams? And then, I don't know what happens next. People usually don't talk to me for that long. Where was I? Oh yeah, putting cobblestone down. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit too into character. I've been so excited about this vampire idea. So it's like creepy nightmare stuff. But yeah, let's see. So yeah, we can put our future stone supply here. Okay, so all we've done so far is just to make all of this uglier. I think we can agree on that. So maybe the garden center? I've seen people suggest, like one of our viewers, Karak, had suggested maybe building a greenhouse out of glass. And that's antithetical to my original goal of constructing the garden center out of garden materials. But I haven't seen how hideous it is when constructed from garden materials. I'm thinking maybe we revisit that greenhouse idea. So props to Karak for that excellent suggestion. Now, if we need more sand, that means we gotta go Durgeon. No, not Durgeon. That's where you sing songs about the dead. Dredging. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Okay, so we're gonna grab some more food and then head out for some dredging, I think. Time skip. As you can see, I've stored most of my things in various chests around here, and I've grabbed these 2 maps, because if we want sand for our greenhouse, we gotta get dredging. So, here we go, down to the boats, to grab the sand, which doesn't float. You'll find it stays below the waves. But I don't often. I don't behave. Dang it, octopus, you knave. Boom. I got ink in my pockets, which is good because I like writing. I guess if you had ink on your hands, that'd be hilarious for fighting. Like how the old swordsmen, the fencers, would play as they parried and attachade? No, what's that word? There's like a word for when the, oh, not going next to the baby zombie because he will punch me. So let's get our map out here. So we're right in this channel here, which is not deep enough. And that channel there is right this way, I guess. Yeah, definitely right here. So let's grab some of the sand first. You can always use a little bit more sand, especially because we're building a greenhouse out of glass, and we don't have any glass yet. So that would be extra helpful. What is it called when you drag the hull of your ship against the bottom? You run aground. The running aground must cease. We cannot afford it. Drives away business. Oh, well, maps are hard to look at underwater. But anyway. Grabbing all the sand that I can handle with my shovel. Shoveling all the sand that I can grab at on the double. Gonna pick it up and save it to build a greenhouse. A pretty awesome for you and me house. It's actually for plants though, so we don't get to live there. But plants are pretty cool and deserve a house all the same. And I guess if you wanted to live there, you got Joe Hills to blame. Okay, so there we go. Boom. Let's, still doesn't look great. I'm guessing it has to get pretty deep to really affect the map, to, like, get past the map entirely. Well, we got a little bit of sand, probably enough that if we're building a greenhouse, we can take great pains to install them with efficiency. So we will go ahead and we'll jump over our boat like a cow over the moon, excited with joy to place transparent panes in your employ to trap the heat that comes from the sun to house the flowers that have not begun to sprout. But I'm not here to twist and shout. I managed to dredge out a little bit more sand here, grab a little bit of glass, swung down here to drop off another pig, and I realized I have so much stuff in those chests over by that pig just because I've been dumping my inventory every time I needed to run for something. So as a result, like, I'm sitting on ludicrous quantities of paper, which I'm going to need to make books for my enchanting stuff. I left some extra magma blocks, extra stone, extra sand. It's just kind of amazing how much stuff you can leave lying around without realizing it. I'm figuring for this building, if it's going to be a greenhouse, I should have kind of some sort of material for the walls here. Although I've already kind of started with the stone for this wall, for this retaining wall. Maybe I should use the same stone. Of course, I didn't actually have any of that left, did I? No, that would have been convenient. But I was going to say, I could use the same stone for any of the parts. And that will not be glass, right? So we'll have kind of an archway here, I'm guessing. Because I'm going to need my door to connect to something. Ah, dang it. So let's go ahead and wipe this out. So we can have that connect like this. And I'm not sure I love having this connect around like this, having this edge out like this. But you know what, maybe that's okay. Maybe I'm just looking at it wrong. Maybe I should be looking at this as an opportunity to bring the whole thing forward. Right? Like this. Well, actually, no, because we would want... We're going to put in more glass here. And then arch, 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 arch. Boom. Put in our doors there eventually. Now, maybe the corners should also be stone, just because, like, the glass should connect to something. Whoops. And I'm not sure, maybe it should go up higher. Maybe it shouldn't. Great. So then we'll have, like, a back garden this way. So if we're going to have a back garden, we should probably have another arch for this door that kind of matches the front door arch. And we should replace this dirt here with the stone, because that makes sense to me, right? Like, we're going to use the same retaining wall all around. Now, this part here gets a little weird. Did I already store stuff in this chest? Yes, of course I did. That would, of course, be a thing that I would already have done. So I can't just easily move this chest back now. Dang it. Dang it, chest. But having that chest moved back to there would be great. Then I can get my stairs in. What do I want to do up top? Well, let's see. I guess glass blocks would be traditional for a greenhouse. And I'd love to have, like, a table, actually. Yeah, let's, maybe set up a table on the back wall with some plants, with some potted plants. So, how would we make that? We need some wood, which we don't even have right now. So, okay. Thinking this through bit by bit. Spruce doors I would love to have. We'll replace them with better doors later. But for right now, we can at least, like, mob-proof this place. Boom. Okay. It'd be kind of nice to have a window facing out that way a little bit, too. But that would require cutting into this cliff a bit more. Whoops. Would that be worth it, maybe? Cut into this cliff 2 more and expand this garden level here? Let's, what does that look like? So if we would then have, like, a window here. I think I do kind of like that, actually. So we're just going to cut through this like a knife through butter. I'm winning like I'm twinning, like the twins that wonder. Take the form of ice, whether I'm mean or nice. You don't have to tell me twice. I don't know why I'm rhyming so much this episode. I'm not rhyming well. Maybe that's why I'm rhyming so much, because I know I haven't done any episodes lately, so, because I was on vacation, which was awesome. We had so much fun at the beach. I didn't really talk about the trip itself too much last episode. We went to the beach and stayed in this big house with, like, 25 other grad students that my wife was with. And so it was kind of busy in the house, but the beach was just across this highway, and so we could walk to the beach, and there was a nice bike trail along the highway, or you could walk along the beach, pretty much get anywhere you want, little restaurants, shops, and that sort of thing. It's pretty cool. So, down like along the Gulf Shore area, pretty part of Florida. I've been kind of less impressed with some of the more built-up parts along the Gulf Shore, but this was about as far as you could get from a major city in any direction. Just a lot of little small-town stuff. So I enjoyed it. Very relaxing. But my brain knows that I gotta start maxing out my abilities so they don't kill me from the lack of practical ecstasy. No, exemplary practicality? I don't know. Man, see, this is why I gotta practice. This is why you never stop. Because eventually the beat gets dropped. Speaking of beats, root time. I think we got a pretty good start on the greenhouse, but we're all out of stone brick. So what we're going to do is our ender pearl trick to return to the community area. Like, it's where-ya. We want to go there-ya. Let's see if we can ender pearl in. No, did not work that time. And then over to the smooth stone. So I can just fill my inventory, basically. There we go. I'd probably get more if I wanted to throw away these 2 beats, but you know what? I don't. I want to store these 2 beats. I'm beatboxing. Boom. I take all the beats and I put them in a box. It's extra dimensional. It rocks. Now I'm gonna go through a portal myself. My brain's not in a jar and it's not on a shelf. I'm not in Futurama. I'm a comedy, not a drama. I don't know how to tame a llama. You probably use a carrot, but I don't have a parrot, and I don't really know. It's not apparent the new things that Minecraft brings are not for me, but you will see that I have myself a giant tree. No, wait, that's scars. Maybe he shars. Or shares. I don't know, but it's not polite to stare. Anyway, there's your beatbox, and that's all you get. Where were we? Putting this stuff up. Yeah, let's do that. So for right now, we'll go ahead and put a ladder right here. Leads up to this. Not necessarily the best place for it in the long term, but that's fair. So now the question is, how do we want to roof our greenhouse? Dang it, I've already fallen off my ladder elevated area. Well, a glass roof, you have to use glass blocks. You can't use panes, for one thing, or it will look wrong. So, that makes me think that maybe a gently sloped glass roof would look good, or best. So if we pick a height and have it, let's say we have it start there, and get higher over time as it goes out this way. That might look good. Maybe I'll make this stone supply a low dome that digs down. So that way I don't have to worry about it ruining the view from my garden shop. Yeah, I kind of like that. Although, I do like, the fact that if I'm coming down the stairs here, you get a really good view of the cube. That's pretty awesome. So while I've been waiting for that glass to cook, I started on a little garden down here. And dang it, that door is too narrow. This one up here is a lot wider, which I like. Put another garden up here. Got this little pond to keep it fresh. Kind of thinking about having a little path here that would kind of go to the garden like this. Probably replace the door blocks at some point. What better place than here? What better time than now, though? Boom. It is done. Not the whole thing. We still need 2 more pieces of glass. Actually, wait, is that right? Two 2 blocks of glass should finish this. Maybe. Let's run back and grab the rest of the glass from our furnace and finish this roof and call it an episode. Whoa, that's probably why you don't plant your gardens until your roof is in. Whoops, that's why you don't place roof blocks incorrectly. There's a lot of life lessons here, people. A lot of life lessons. Ooh, should this roof extend this far on this part? Yeah, probably. Let's just keep going with it. Yeah. Just go big or go home. And I don't really have a home yet in this server. I'm just building stuff everywhere. So, we'll figure it out as we go. So that ladder is going to take me up there, which is worthless now. So we'll teleport up here, take some free damage. We get enough damage, we can trade that in for a complimentary death. A lot of people don't realize that. Think of those little hearts like little punch cards, you know, from the Subway. Or does Subway do that? I don't go to Subway. From the sandwich shop, yeah. If you get enough punch cards, then you get a free death. Free visit back to wherever your bed is. Okay. So I might even clean this up a bit by planting dirt here so we can get some kind of grass going on. That'll be nice. This is coming along. Okay. So, I almost think I'm going to keep these upper parts here unbounded by walls. I feel like having the roof kind of naturally vent like that. I mean, I know that a greenhouse is supposed to trap heat to some degree. But considering the climate we're in, that might be kind of overkill. So, let's leave that as is for right now. And let's check it out from a few more angles. So if we come up this way, you can see the multi-level garden. You can actually see all 3 gardens from right here. So that's actually kind of cool. The gap in the roof seems kind of extra weird from here, though. Like, the higher up you get, the weirder the roof is, I think, because you can actually just see past it, which gets bizarre. I do like the idea, the more I think about it, of just coming through here and taking this stone thing and turning it into like a tiny cobblestone dome, just that pops out of the ground, and then you go descend into the stone cellar. I'd been talking about doing a root cellar here for this, and maybe that still makes sense to have a root cellar, but having a stone cellar down here would be awesome. It gives me a better view out this window, and having this as like a tiny dome igloo of cobble, a glue cobble, I don't know, whatever that would be called, would look a lot better, I think, in the long term than this terrible square awkward building. So, terrible square awkward building, goodbye. Like my teen years, I'm gonna hit you with an axe. I actually never hit myself with an axe in my teen years. Don't do that. But, like my teen years, you are well behind me. So we're actually kind of just rounding out the building naturally here. Probably end up moving some of these chests forward, but you know what? We don't really have time to work out the optimal cobble igloo shape right now. Although this is maybe already pretty close. Maybe it wouldn't take much more. So, I don't know. We'll figure that out another day. So, let's go ahead and just travel a little bit over this way. Let's see if we can see that building from down here. Oh, that was exactly the wrong place to throw that. Yeah, that building's looking pretty fine up there. Pretty fine indeed. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Getting the lower cobble shack is definitely going to pay off as well. So, I think we're going to go ahead and end this episode here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. As always, you are welcome to leave comments below this YouTube video. You're welcome to tweet me, twitter.com/JoeHills. You're welcome to share whatever thoughts, opinions, ideas you have. You won't hurt my feelings. Anyway, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.